Hello there everyone and welcome to bitparade.co.uk's look at Tower of Time. Now this is it's an early access game that we've been sent. You can see you might just about be able to make it out. There's the version in the bottom right, which I can't see because the record button is hiding it. But I think it's like 0.3 or something. So I think take from that it's a fair way from being finished. It's not too rough, but it's a little. I think a lot of my complaints with it, complaints maybe going a little too far. It's not. I don't think there's anything particularly wrong with it. I'm not quite engaged with it. So we'll get into it, but yeah. So I think that's the stuff that comes in. The polish and stuff comes in towards the end. And I think maybe that's why that'll come in. So hopefully, and I think it's maybe stuff like this screen. So this is the game itself plays a bit like, I don't know, stuff like Pillars of Eternity, or a little bit like Diablo, I guess, with the original Dragon Age on PC had you stop time and make your decisions and stuff, so it's got a little bit of that to it. So battles take place outside of the world. We'll get into that. And yeah, so I've just got a. So this is the first time being back on the town area, which is all this. We head to the tower. It's an upside down tower, and that is sort of appeared from the earth, and you play as essentially a commander of the soldiers. So you're kind of playing as you, I guess, to an extent. So the soldiers go off, or the heroes go off and do stuff. So. This is a new character. This stuff I don't fully understand, so I need to upgrade this building. I need the blueprint before I can do that. So I've got the money for it, I can't do it, so I can't do that. I do have an armory. So current max hero level after upgrade, max hero level is 3. So you see, I'm early in the game. So I'm past the first boss, if you like. I didn't want to show anything too early because, like I said, if I've been struggling with the early parts, I find them a little bit hard work. Not difficult necessarily, just then yeah. So I'm gonna buy this, but so it says there is little need for expert warriors when the greatest enemy is the land itself. You have the knowledge of some basic fighting techniques that cannot be improved further. What skills are known are taught here through rigorous, repetitious drills. However, you hope that you will find some tomes describing martial arts used by the ancients in their war against the enemy. So I'm going to upgrade it. So I can't upgrade any further. I don't have this guy yet, I've got these two. But I don't know, I guess it's a blacksmith, but I don't know how to level people up. So we've got this guy, which we'll level up in a bit. And I've not got enough stones here, but if let's go back from here. So, can I get to... Nope. Okay, that's a bit of a shame. Barracks, maybe I'll do it there. Oh, here we go. Oh, right, okay, so I didn't know this before, so I'm gonna spend some points on this guy, because he's the one who kind of goes out on his own, and she stands back from a distance. And if we've got the money, I'll do that. As well. So let's go back to the blacksmith, and what we're going to do is I'm going to level her bow up. I've got magic stuff here, so I can make it an ancient bow. I can make it a relic bow. We'll go with the ancient. And do I put this here? I think. Okay. Maybe I didn't do it. Maybe I can't do it. Okay. I don't know how. Yeah. So I managed it before. I managed to. Okay. There you go. So I can equip that. Now I'm here. Right. Okay. That's good. So I can equip this. It's more powerful than what she's got. So that's good. This is my new character. And so he's not really got anything, so his boots and stuff, we've not picked up a lot of items for him yet. But what we do have is some skill points to spend, so I think maybe on the character thing we'll go first. So he's a magic user. I get 3 points here. I need to approve it. when I'm done. I don't want to burn too many sort of purple stuff, but so we will give him. So you hover over here, it'll tell you. So mastery increases power of skills at high level, also increases mana regeneration, which will appear here. That is going to be very useful for him. So I'm going to spend 2 of my points there, and there's life, which is health and resistance, and dexterity, which again I think will be quite important for him. So we'll go with that, and we will prove it. So he does more damage per second, and he gets more mana back. Go to his skill tree, and so we've got 1 point here. If I want to upgrade this entire spell, so this is his, he does earth damage, then I need to, it'll cost me 3 points, which I don't have. If I click here, then I can increase. So this is, you basically get onto paths here, because I think it just stops you from, I might be wrong, but, so the healing totem that he places, 10 seconds that heals 6 health, increases his duration by 3 seconds. So at the minute it's 10 seconds, so it'll be 13 seconds. I think that's quite useful. This one increases the elemental resistances by 19%, so I don't know, but I'm going to go with this one. And then I can't do, you see, I can't really do anything else now. But it looks like that one is greyed out to me now. So I think now I'm on this branch, I can't do this. This guy seems, I've used him a little bit, he seems quite useful. Okay, and we've got this guy as well who I've just leveled up. So so I made the stone wall, no I didn't level up stone wall, I did, oh yeah I did heal wounds, okay. So, so that now needs 3 points. I can't upgrade that one. Immediately restores 69, so that would actually be quite useful, but I can't do that. I've got 3 points left. Alright, cool. So I could, so what I could do is, taunt isn't that good, I don't think. Okay, we'll go with that. I think so. Yeah. Armor's probably quite useful. Maybe we'll go with that. Use taunt, and yeah, we'll go with that. I could spend another point. Could I? Nope, maybe not. Maybe I need to be a different level. Oh, this is only level 1, isn't it? So that's why. The stone wall, I'm not. It's fine. But it's, I don't know, there's downsides to it that I'm not hugely keen on. So I might just leave this. Get another point and upgrade this. So we'll leave that. But he's got his character stats, which I guess we need, for him, we're going to need might. So increases damage of melee attacks, okay. Life seems probably important, increases maximum health. And speed of melee. Okay, also decreases skill cooldown, that seems fairly useful. Increases power of skills at high level, also increases mana regeneration. His mana regeneration's okay, so I might just spend on speed there. Probably a mistake, I probably should have gone more for power, but okay, now we're in the inventory though. What I can do is get rid of some of this stuff because I'm not going to use this. So I can dismantle it. I got a green crystal, so we're going to need these. That's not very good. Dismantle it, green crystal. Dismantle. Yeah, huh? So we just got rid of this. It's got us a blue crystal. I was actually hoping we'd maybe get some gold from it or something. So we don't need that, so let's get rid of that. Okay, green crystal. That will do. So I can level her up as well, or I could. Now I've got some green. I can't enchant anything because I don't have. This answers a question that I had. There's some items we'll pick up in a bit. So I could make myself a new sword or some new shoes or something, which I might actually do because he's not got any sort of armor or anything. So I've got a decent amount of. Okay. Let's equip it. And we'll do the same for... she's got some stuff, but... what is he missing? I'm not entirely sure. We'll leave it. We don't really need it now, I guess. Right, so we'll go to the tower. And we'll just go to the entrance. So this is the... I guess the area we're in. I'm not entirely sure, but... yeah, select. So the tower has an embodiment, which I think might be him. Maybe not. And there's little things in the tower as well that I've messed up one of them. I'm going to do something a little bit differently than, because I've played this bit already. I'm just going to go a little bit differently than how I went. But I found a spirit early on in the statue that wanted an offering of life, and I just gave it a stick. And it's not impressed, and now it won't speak to me. So there is a little bit of that where it's like, if you can, so this teleport means I can get back to areas I've already been. So there is a fight here that I haven't done yet because it's hard, and I started to do it, and I was doing okay, but it was more that it was very it was taking forever because I wasn't doing enough damage, so I was having to use lots of skills and stuff. But yeah, we'll skip over some of this text, but basically the bridge collapsed and those two people were stuck on the other side. Tried getting down, but they couldn't. How long were they there? Blah blah blah. So yeah, so I now can't do that spirit thing. So I think when this comes out, if we don't tend to review stuff if we've like I wouldn't review a game that I've done a preview of, generally speaking, unless I've done the preview as part of the review. So something in early access, I then wouldn't necessarily do the review unless it's that early access where it's like you get it the week before. They use that as the preview. So yeah, but I'm tempted to come back, and because there was a patch note that said it sped up the start of the game, and again we'll get into some of my issues with it, but I haven't really noticed it, but maybe I need to restart to do it. So last time I didn't throw a stone, I just left it and thought, oh, I'll come back, and I didn't get the choice to come back, so I'm going to throw a stone. So one of your champions picks up a heavy stone and throws it down the well. You wait for a long time, but no sound comes. It must be very deep indeed. Then, as your champion turns to leave, you are startled by a very loud bang. After a few seconds, you hear some footsteps approaching fast. You have attracted unwanted attention. So, oh well, we get into a fight at least. That's what I was. That's what I thought might happen, which is why I didn't throw the stone. So I'm going to zoom out a bit, so you can zoom in, zoom out. But that's what I mean. It takes you from the game world into another world to fight, and so this is an entrance where enemies will appear. These two sort of blue doors, and maybe this green thing here. Maybe it's just those two. I'm not too sure. We'll see. So we've got use the keyboard keys. We can switch characters, and then you've got spells here with cooldowns, and you've got slow time, which is the space button, and then enemies defeated here. And once you've done everything, once they're all dead, so we should be okay. But I'm gonna. So I probably don't need to slow down time, but these are weak to fire. So we go number 2, and then Q, and yeah. So I need to select it. So she's going to start doing fire damage. This guy can head over there and start mowing some people down. So we don't really. We should be okay from here. Okay, let's get this guy. Okay, so she needs to be facing this way, really. And here's what I'll do with this new guy. We will cast this, so we've now got a. Yeah, it should be fine. We'll let this play out. My guy that's in, there we go, he needs some health, there we go. So go and attack him. So I'm probably doing this wrong, to be honest. I've got yeah, in fact I'm definitely doing it wrong. So it's pause time. So let's go, and she can start doing stuff and he can start doing stuff. In fact, she has got this, which is it fires arrows really quickly, does quite a lot of damage, and let's drop this down here so that I don't die. We might be okay. This isn't going particularly well, but come on. He doesn't seem to be doing anything now. There we go. And she can. Oh no. Yeah. So what I can do is, with this guy, I can draw a wall, and that will just protect her for a bit. No, let's fight. Okay, so I'm not doing particularly well here, not concentrating anything like enough, but there we go, we can cast that again, throw another. And she can have fire damage again. And so it's probably fine. We're doing all right. I don't know what this shield is. Okay, we're in a bit of trouble here. He needs to move. And he's going to cast. I'm not doing a very good job here, but you see, one of my issues is I like having it slow like this, but the problem with that is obviously it takes forever to do anything. Okay, so he can. What he can do, he could go over to him and he can use Q. Okay, which I think added slow, I think, or something. Actually, let's move him because he's about to get hit. And then what I might just do is I guess we should fight him. Okay. So let's bring him over here. One. Because what we're going to do is he can cast this and put it here, so we all just heal up a bit. And has he got this? He's got taunt again, yeah. So Q. So you do just have to keep an eye on the mana here, but we should be okay. So let's go back to her, and she can make these two more vulnerable. And she might as well do this. decent enough. Alright, so that still needs to cool down, so I can't use that yet. Okay. There we go. And we're done. So we got an Amulet of Minor Recovery. I don't know if anyone can equip that. Some of the equipping aspect isn't particularly clear. Okay, so what does she say? Well, that wasn't the smartest thing to do. Perhaps next time you see Bottomless Pit in the magical upside down tower full of angry walkie skeletons, you think twice before you chuck a rock in it. Fair enough. So let's just go find a small chest as well, see what's in here. We've got a new boat that I don't think is more powerful than the one that we made. Shouldn't be. So, character. So this is where it starts to get a bit... So, I've got a shield, but if I equip it, it unequips his sword. But I can't see anywhere that says this is a two-handed sword. But you see... I've had stuff get de-equipped because I've put stuff here as well. So I haven't got any shoes for this guy. I should have made some, shouldn't I? For this name, we got any... I thought he had a breastplate thing. Maybe that's what I made last time. So he needs more armor. So maybe that's something at some point I'll save. She's got a little bit. So that's worse than what she's got. This is... so that gives her skills a quicker cooldown. He's not got anything equipped, so let's put that on him. And he's not got anything bar that we made. Right, so let's keep going. So basically saying we can't get through there yet, but it's easy to get through. There's some new enemy types in here that I haven't really fought. And what's slightly not disappointing, slightly annoying about it is, so there's a forge here. Maybe we'll use that in a second. I don't know if I came this way before. I don't think I did. Let's have a little look around up here. So, okay, there's nothing really up here, I don't think. Let's click on wherever it says treasure. Okay, when you go downstairs for the treasure. And treasure. So let's make some shoes or something, shall we? Okay, so I can't. There's no point in doing that. So the only thing we've got is a shield, but we could equip this. Sorry, we could upgrade this, but I kind of want to. Can I equip? No, I can't do that. Alright, but I could. So I don't think I can move that over. Alright, maybe we'll leave this and we'll come back. So there's another fight here which we might just go and do. There are some... Oh, let's move away. So you don't have to get into fights. Well, you do, because you can't really avoid them, but... we'll go to this one, because it's more of a story one. So there are difficulty levels to the fights. And I'm just playing the game on normal as well, but... okay. So I won't show much more past this, because it's kind of... Well, we'll maybe show the next one. It depends how long it takes to get through. Let's pick up the treasure. Right, we can't pick up the treasure. So, slightly different area. Again, I'm going to guess there, and these two as well. So that wall that I can build would be quite useful here, wouldn't it? And possibly here. In fact, I know because I've done this fight before. So, okay. Well, she's I think she's. Well, let's go for him. And I could just send this guy over to just start messing people up. So maybe I will, because he's. Maybe that was a bad idea. Okay. So 3. So this is one of the things is if you don't have it on slow, it feels like you can be, you know, you could be quite quickly in a lot of trouble. So I'm going to try and get out of there because I'm getting poisoned. So I don't really want it to be on slow like this, but I'm going to have to heal this guy. Okay. So we need those two to both be attacking. Is he attacking him? Yeah, okay. They'll quite quickly deal with him and then I can destroy this orb thing. Okay, so now they can both attack this and to attack this. Okay, we're doing alright now. So let's bring him back here. Or not. Let's not, let's take him here. And he can attack this guy. And I want her to do some magic on these two. Because this guy's almost dead, my snow guy. But no, I didn't want him there. I wanted him to come over here and do this. But oh well. Yes, I need him to fire some shots and then maybe heal. Because this guy's a long way away from getting healing stuff. So, well, this is all going very slow. I guess I should talk about what my issues are with the game. Right, I'm bringing him back because going to need to heal. Okay, let's do the rock wall. Not entirely sure where we're going to put this. So he can do this here, and then 1 W. Hopefully that's worked. I'm not entirely sure if it has. There we go. Should buy some time. She just stood there doing nothing. So, for whatever reason, I just found it not very engaging. This, and I don't know if it's because of things like this is very, very slow. We need to move out of here in a second. So he definitely can. He needs more health. Basically, this guy is going to chuck something, but I need my soldier guy. Oh, I guess he's got a heal spell. Okay, so move, move, move. And 3, you can attack this guy. And 1 can heal. And 3, oh, we can't. Right, okay, cool. So just, yeah, for whatever reason, it's not quite as engaging as I think it should be, and I'm not too sure why. It just isn't. So you can take him out, so I don't have to worry about him too much. Okay, and take him. So yeah, I don't know, because it's like I say, it's not a bad game, but I think it being so slow doesn't help it. And okay, let's get him over there because he's dealt with that. She can now take him out, and he can have a go at him as well. W, yeah. So we speed this up a bit. Okay, now they should. Let's bring him back over here just in case we need to get everyone together to heal. She can get him. Okay, she needs to move. And I can't draw another wall. Can he do a thingy? Yes, he can. There we go. So, yeah, I don't know, the story, the way it's presented, things like that, they're all they could all be a bit better, and it's hard to. I've been trying to quantify it. Because obviously it's good criticism to do that. You know, to make this is why I don't think it works, or this is how I would fix it, or you know, however you want to look at it. Let's put this here so that everyone gets healed up a bit. So yeah, this is a graphical glitch I've noticed a few times. Those rocks make that happen. Not entirely sure why, but. So she can start attacking him, and she can start attacking him as well, because this guy should have everything else covered. In fact, just to make sure, let's use his taunt thing, because it increases his armor a bit. And he'll also take this down. So it's like I say, it's just a bit slow, and if you take it off, it then all of a sudden feels a bit quick. So yeah, I don't know. Like I say, I find it a bit. I don't know why I'm struggling with it. I don't know if it's just because the story is quite sort of. The concept of this guy, you know, you being like a kind of watcher almost is fine. It's interesting enough. It's not something you see very often as a storyline. Okay. Right. So we're gonna need. She can. Alright, she could take that might as well. And that's not where I was gonna go. I was gonna do this. I was gonna take this guy down, but. So he's got, I've still got a heal spell, so it should be alright. Okay, they can take him and take him. Has she got anything else? She's got, yeah, she's still got that. There we go. Okay. Use this heal spell because it will heal this guy up a bit as well. Like I say, it just gets a bit slow, a bit. But if I stop, then you know. Right. So yeah, let's take him down. So we're almost done. I should probably use this wall spell, I guess, just to. Okay. So I need to move him out of here quickly because there's going to be a big boulder dropped. Didn't really work. Oh well. But I can do this. He's still got enough mana for it. So is he attacking? So yeah, it doesn't look like he's doing anything yet, but there we go. We should be fine from here. We're at 85%, so presumably. Okay, I'm just going to leave him there, but everyone else can, if they can, take these guys down. So move him there and then attack. I don't know if that'll work. Might as well just drag him over it now because he's getting hit anyway. In fact, he's got enough to heal, so let's do that. I'll let it play out because it's done. So yeah, the pace of the game, like I say, it just sort of crawls a bit, and it's okay, we got some pants. We can equip them, and I'm not too sure how to fix it. Like I say, I think some of the story feels a bit plodding the way it's presented. But it's not constant fighting. It's not like Diablo in how it fights. Yeah, as you can see, it's it's more occasional than that. So let's talk to the skeleton. So it just sort of goes on about some of the magic stuff. So I think sometimes it's just not especially clear. Just a little thing. I don't know. It's. So let's get the chest. Got an axe, so we don't need. So I think possibly the axe is one-handed, and I could use a shield with that. But I'm not too fussed about using the shield. So there's a journal here which tells us some stuff. Okay, so we can't. Oh, we're going to get into a fight if I got it there, so I'm just going to finish this thought. So, yeah, so it has some, there's quests and stuff if we get into the quests here. But one of the problems I found is it introduces elements to it. So here's straight away, here's how you level up and stuff. And it shows you the armor and the stones and stuff like that. It doesn't, I don't think it fully explains them, but there's just moments of it where I picked up some scrolls over in this area here, and I couldn't work out what to do with them. But I need to go back to town. I think you can just go back any town you want. I think you just hit that, and yeah. So you could then go and spend some money leveling people up and things like that. And it's not. Maybe that's what I should do. Make sure this area is really easy and come back. Later on, because there is a fight that I don't think I could do yet. I think it might still be a bit difficult for me, although having an extra person there helping wouldn't be the worst thing. So that I just don't know why. I'm really struggling to sort of quantify why it's lacking, beyond these sort of vagaries. Like it's lacking punch. It just needs a bit more so and so. I'm not too sure what that is. I'm gonna go with that. Is that him that was equipped? Yeah. Cool. So he's now got. At least he's wearing pants. But yeah. So So I haven't got. In this area, I picked up a few more items and stuff. So I think everyone at least had chest plates or trousers or something. So. But that's, maybe that's where I'm going wrong with it, is I'm not doing enough in that regard. Yeah, so it seems, like I say, it seems fine. It seems decent enough. I quite like the combat. It just then can all of a sudden you realise you've been sat there for ages in this one fight, and that's kind of the problem. Is if it's a long fight anyway, if they just draw the fights out a little bit, and then you start slowing down time because it's busy, then you're going to be there a while. And so I just think maybe it's things like that. But if they don't do that, the fights are too quick, and you're not powerful enough to. It's not like Diablo where you're just, you're just, oh, okay, I need to just heal quickly, but I've got like 200 health potions or something, so it's fine. I can just spam that. If I can't cast my heal spell at that point, but if my heal spell's up, I'll just use my heal spell. So yeah, it's a difficult balance they're going for, and that's something that I think hopefully they can land on. So I think the combat and stuff is fine. I'm kind of enjoying it. It's all right. Still early in, but like I say, just every time I put it on, I get to. It just feels a bit of. I don't want to say a chore. That's horrible, but not arduous. That means the same thing. It just is. It's not like, you play a game, you're like, yeah, just the time flies kind of thing. This is more, I found myself looking at the telly or checking my phone and stuff because it's just, or even just sat there, just not playing the game, and it's just, there's something not quite engaging me about it yet. And maybe it's just personal taste, maybe it's, I don't know, something as small as just like the cutscenes didn't really get me into the game, or there's no, the combat and stuff, it looks fine and plays alright, but the rest of it's a bit sluggish. So while I'm just finishing these thoughts, I might as well get into a fight. So this is what I was going to point out as well. Small battle. So basically this is going to be fairly easy. I can't withdraw, I can't avoid this fight, but you can see here what they're weak to. And so they've got some sort of resistance to fire, but yeah, so I've got water and air that they're weak to. Only none of my characters, because I've just got an earth user, and these guys have got resistance to earth. He hasn't. He hasn't. So maybe I should use earth. And that was a bit of a weird thing that I noticed. Maybe I just got. I don't know if this guy's. Maybe I picked the wrong thing. Maybe I got to choose what he did. I've forgotten. But yeah. So like I say, this stuff, it looks alright. It's not the nicest looking game when you zoom in, but it's fine. Apart from that graphical glitch when someone throws rocks, I can't say I've noticed too many problems. Where shall we send this guy, or do we even need to bother? I don't know if we even need to bother. No, we don't. Right, cool. Just leave. Okay, yeah, we probably do now. And yeah, so, that's fine. So what I would do here is quickly E this guy, and then she needs to be fighting him, and so does he in a minute. 3 this guy, because otherwise he's going to mess us both up. So yeah, like I say, it's only when it's slowed down, I think. But yeah, like I say, it's fine. It's sort of firefighting in a way of dragging people around and just making sure no real damage is done to anyone, and it's fine. It works okay. Could probably do with him having some sort of higher attack or higher defense bonus, but he needs armor really, I guess, for that. Let's see, I can't really zoom out anymore. Anyway, yeah, so that's Tower of Time. Thanks for watching. It's very, very early in. It seems okay. It seems promising enough. it's not amazing yet, but it's only it's £11 on Steam in early access. So if you do like it, it's not like it's crazy expensive. It also doesn't seem especially long. It being 12, well, not even £12, £11, sort of suggests it maybe isn't going to be the biggest game in the world, but also that it I've got most of the achievements already, which is not necessarily something you should be gauging a game by or anything, but I don't think it's the biggest game in the world. So yeah, we'll heal this guy because he might as well, and then hopefully it doesn't. There we go. So yeah, like I say, thanks for watching. Come visit us at bitparade.co.uk. I'm going to play a bit more of it. I'm going to do a write-up that is a bit more involved, so I'm going to make a point of playing a bit more, so that I am not. Yeah, let's put a wall here. I don't know if that's going to work. Maybe we'll. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, so yeah, as we slowly watch this, I'm going to do a write-up on the site that's a bit more involved. So yeah, so come and visit us at bitparade.co.uk. Like I say, it seems alright. This hopefully I could see just a few tweaks here and there, and it could be really really good. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how to or what that would entail. So that's why I want to do the write-up that has a bit more thought into it, I guess. Anyway, yeah, like I say, thanks for watching. Come and visit us at the site, and hope you enjoyed.